Hello class, today what we're going to talk about are inequalities. Solving inequalities are going to be very similar to solving equations. So we're going to do the same strategy of where we want to isolate the variable, get it by itself, and then everything else is going to be on the other side of our inequality sign. Remember, those inequalities are less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. And the only thing that's going to change is going to be if we divide or multiply by a negative number, then we're going to flip the inequality. So if it was less than, it becomes greater than. If it was greater than, we flip it to less than, so on and so forth. So anytime you divide or multiply by a negative number, that's whenever we're going to do it. If it's positive, we will not flip the inequality. So let's do a few examples. All right, so our first example, we want to solve 20 times x plus 40 is less than or equal to 500. So remember, doing the same strategy as solving equations. So we want to do 20 times x plus 40 is less than or equal to 500. Remember, we want to isolate that variable, we want to get it by itself. So we're going to subtract 40 from both sides. You get 460. Now we want to get rid of that 20, so we're going to divide 20 on both sides. And then we get 460 divided by 20 is 23. Now remember, we did not divide or multiply by a negative number, so our inequality stays the same, and it stays x is less than or equal to 23. So this means we have an infinite amount of solutions. All of them are less than or equal to 23. So it can be 23, it could be 22, it could be 0, it could be 0.2962. All of those are possible solutions for this, and there are a lot more. Let's do another one. Alright, so the next one we want to solve 10x plus 150 greater than or equal to 20x plus 40. I'm going to do this one a little bit different. Normally I would subtract the 10 over and all that kind of stuff, but I want to show you what happens whenever we divide by a negative number. So I'm going to subtract the 20x from both sides, which is fine, and then we get a negative 10x. Then we want to get that x by itself, so we've got to get rid of this 150. So I subtract 150 on both sides. I get negative 110. And then what I need to do last is I divide by the negative 10. So remember my rule, if you divide or multiply by a negative number, you got to flip the inequality. So it was greater than or equal to, it stays the same the whole time. As soon as I divide by a negative number, it flipped, and so I've got less than or equal to, so x is less than or equal to 11. Alright, we'll do one more where we're going to flip the inequality. Alright, so we want to solve 30 minus 4x greater than 53. So 30 minus 4x greater than 53. Subtract the 30 from both sides because I got to get my x by itself. Remember, that negative only goes to the 4. So we bring down the negative and the negative 4. So I divide both sides by negative 4. And so then I got 23 divided by negative 4, which is equal to negative 5.75. Or you can leave it as the mixed fraction of 23 over, or not the mixed fraction, but the improper fraction of 23 over 4, which is also okay. So that is solving inequalities. Remember, every time you divide or multiply by a negative number, you have to flip your inequality. Everything else is the same as solving equations.